Hello everyone. We are going to solve some MCQs from overhead variances. Which overhead variances? What we studied in last fixed overhead variances, right? So fixed overhead variances, we discussed there are two types of fixed overhead variances. One is spending and another is production value, right? Already we discussed. Okay. Before we going to solve some MCQs, let's define some formulas from what is spending variances formula. Can you tell me one? Can you tell me anyone what the formula of spending variances?
Yes.
Fixed spending variances formula is
Yes.
actual fixed overhead minus
Okay.
budgeted applied. Sorry, not applied, only budgeted.
Budgeted. Actual minus budgeted fixed overhead. Okay. This is the formula for spending variances. Okay. What about the production value variances?
For the production volume variances, the formula is budgeted fixed overhead minus applied fixed overhead. And to find out applied fixed overhead, the formula will be standard rate into standard for the actual output.
Standard hour for
Actual output.
Okay. Clear. So this is the formula what we already discussed in our last session. If you are not aware of that, please watch the last session what we started before about the fixed overhead variances with conceptual basis. Clear? Okay. Let's also solve some MCQs for depth understanding on concept on whatever on formulas. Okay. Let's start. This is our going to be first question. You have only 20 seconds. Okay. Let's try to solve. Together we'll going to solve. Okay. Pratik, can you read the question?
Water Control Incorporation manufactures water pumping and uses a standard cost system. The standard factory overhead costs per water pump are based on direct labor hours and as follows. Variable overhead, which so in this type of questions we first need to look at what is asking for. So it is asking for spending variance for November, right?
Yes. Fixed overhead
So
spending variances for November. Okay.
yeah, so we need to put the formula first, which is
Okay.
actual fixed overhead minus budgeted.
Yes.
So in here, actual fixed overhead is already given, which is 5,40,000.
Okay. How can you know that this is the fixed overhead actual? Because there's mentioned that fixed overhead cost were.
Yeah, it's been mentioned already.
Okay. Because
So,
this 19 is a these details are for actual output. Okay. So we
yeah.
put the formula 540,000 is the actual factor. Okay. What about budgeted?
So to find out the budgeted, we need to look over here, fixed overhead, which is
What is the
so
formula
can
for
you tell
budgeted
the
if there is one? Yes, you can see.
standard rate into direct labor hours?
Okay. And hour per actual output. Okay.
Yeah,
So that is the formula 540,000 minus standard rate. Where is the first standard rate?
which is 5.
Okay. This is the 5 because fixed overhead. There is a variable,
Yeah,
it's irrelevant to us. Okay. So no need to
yeah.
see. We just focus on the fixed overhead because the question is asking for fixed overhead spending variances. So we just focus on fixed overhead working. Okay. There is a fixed overhead standard is $5 hour per hour. Okay. So standard rate is 5. Okay. What about next? Standard hour per actual output?
Oh, this will be 1,100,000. Oh, sorry,
Okay.
100,000.
100,000. Okay.
So this comes to 5 lakhs.
Okay.
So then we need to evaluate it, which is come to 40,000. And this will be unfavorable.
Why unfavorable?
Because our budget was to spend 50,000 and we spent 54. Extra 4,000.
Okay.
Extra
Let's say
40,000, sorry.
40,000. So that's why it's
Yeah.
unfavorable. Okay.
Yes.
Your answer is correct. There is no doubt. Your answer is 40,000 correct and your calculation is correct. But this formula is belongs to the applied. Okay. Here
Okay.
standard our actual output. No. There is standard rate multiplied with standard hour because we discussed on the budgeted. Only budgeted. What we budgeted in the annual. Okay. But we plan. Here we plan based on capacity 100 dialector per hour per month. This is our plan. Okay. This is our budget.
Yes.
Okay. So that's why we take is 100. Okay. 100 hours. Okay. And this is our
Okay.
standard rate. Okay. This is 5. So that's why we got 500,000 and here the actual is 540. Then we got the 440,000. Okay. And 40,000, this is the difference between the actual and budgeted. We budgeted 500,000 for the expenses, but we incurred actual expenses of fixed overhead 540,000. Okay. That's why this is unfavorable to us. We are unhappy, right? Because we expense more,
Yes.
right? So it's burden to me. So why is if it's burden to me, then the answer is be unfavorable to me. So that's why the answer is B. Clear.
Clear.
To see the answer, fixed overhead direct labor hour, capacity is 100, budgeted is 500. That's why 100 and multiply with the 5. That's why we get the 500,000. And actual fixed overhead is 540. We already discussed. Then the formula is actual minus budgeted. Okay, 540 minus 500. That is 100. Clear.
Clear.
Next. Saldi. Here is the question, a simple sum. Fixed cost spending variances. Okay. When the question is asking for fixed cost, no need to much the variable, everything in irrelevant factors, right? So
Yeah.
what is the fixed spending variances formula? 12
Actual
minus
minus budget.
budget. Budgeted, Pratik. Budgeted means what we plan. Okay.
Yeah.
Plan. What is the normal plan? Okay. So don't be confused. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the actual? Actual. Just read the question. An organization that specializes in reviewing and editing technical magazine articles sets the following standards for evaluating the performance of the professional staff. Okay. Annual budgeted fixed cost for the normal capacity level 10,000 articles reviewed and edited 600. So here the annual budgeted fixed cost. How much? How much?
600,000.
So here 600,000. Clear?
Clear.
Now we need to find the actual. Okay. So where is the actual? Standard professional 10 articles, 200 hours. Okay. Flexible budget standard labor hour process 10,000. 10. Okay. The following data apply for the 95,000 hour articles that were actually reviewed and edited. The total hour, okay, during the current used by the professional 192 hours and variable cost is 1912 and total cost is, yeah. Okay.
So to calculate
Good.
fixed,
Okay, sure.
we
You
need
can tell.
to subtract variable from the total cost so we
Why?
can get the fixed overhead.
Why? Why you subtract the total variable cost from total cost?
Uh,
Because total cost,
because it's given total, no?
total cost is fixed plus
Variable.
variable. Okay. So total
Yeah.
cost is given and variable cost is given. So now you have to find. So that's why we subtract them. So let's subtract 9738000 minus 9124 times. How much? Tell me.
0 minus 9.
Use your
6
calculator.
lakh 18. 6 lakh 18.
18,000. Okay. So what is the
Yeah.
difference? There is the 18,000 of
18,000.
difference. So 18,000, it's favorable or unfavorable to you?
Unfavorable.
Why unfavorable?
Because our budget was of 6 lakh, but we spent 6 lakh 18,000.
That's more than your budget. If you are more
Yeah.
than the budget, then you are unhappy. Okay.
Unhappy, yes.
Even you are unhappy, it's unfavorable to you. So the answer is C, right?
Yeah, correct.
Let's check. Clear? Let's check. 100 is 600,000. There is the total cost and variable cost. They subtract 680. Fixed cost minus budgeted. This is the formula. And also put the formula and get the answer. That is 18,000. Clear?
Clear.
Okay. Next question. Now let's change to your production volume variances. What we solved in last, that is spending variances, right? But
Yes.
now we got new MCQs on production volume variances. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Nanjohn's company manufactures a line of product distributed nationally through wholesalers. Presented below are planned manufacturing data for the year and actual data for November of the current year. Okay, they provided the data for the whole year and the actual data for the November. Okay, they provide the actual data for November and the planned manufacturing data. Okay, the company applies overhead based on the machine hour. This is the most मतलब कि means we have to check but cost driver. Okay,
Okay.
so here is the cost driver. Who is the cost driver? Machine hour. Okay, there are two types of cost driver. Yes, we studied, that is labor and machine. If the labor is the first one, then we need to discuss the direct labor hours. Okay. When the machine is there, then we need to calculate machine hour. Clear?
Yeah.
So let's solve the question. What is the formula of the production volume variances?
For the fixed production volume variances, is the formula will be budgeted fixed overhead minus applied fixed overhead.
One second.
The formula for calculating fixed overhead volume variance will be budgeted fixed overhead minus applied fixed overhead. And applied fixed overhead is standard rate into standard hour for actual output.
Okay. So let's discuss what is the budgeted. Can you tell me the budgeted fixed overhead? Let's start from the question. Here's the plan data. This is the plan data, and this is the actual data. Okay, this is actual, and this is plan. Okay, so budgeted for November is the asking for November. So budgeted, this is the plan. So fixed manufacturer overhead here budgeted for November how much?
100,000.
Right, we got the budgeted. Clear? And
So can you change the highlight color? It's not visible properly.
Okay, 1 second. I'm just erasing it. Okay, tell me what's color will be correct. This one? No.
No,
Just
the sky one would be better, I guess.
this one? It will be okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So this is the formula. Actual minus budget. And not actual, applied, right?
Yeah.
Applied minus budgeted. So we got the budgeted amount from here. That is 100,000. Clear? Okay. Then what about applied? Applied formula? Standard rate with standard hour or actual hour. Clear? Okay. So let's find the standard rate. How can we find the standard rate?
So one question. So
Yes.
how can I know this will be the 100,000 will be the budget? Because there are given two amounts have been given here.
Okay.
And how I'll get to know that this 100,000 will be the budget?
Fixed overhead here 8,000 we take per November. Okay. Because this is the planned data. Planned data means budgeted, right?
Okay.
Yes or no? So
Yeah.
take 100,000 for the calculation. Clear?
Okay. Clear.
Okay. Then applied. Now it's time to find applied standard rate. First, we need to find the standard rate. How can we find the standard rate? Standard rate for fixed overhead. Fixed overhead. How can we find the standard rate for fixed overhead? Here, simply fixed overhead annually 1.2 million, right?
Yeah. By dividing
And
it with
machine
machine
hour,
hours.
machine hour is because
2 lakh
there is
40.
the cost driver is machine hour. Is there the cost driver is machine hour? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So it divided 1.2 million divided by 2%. Okay. How much you get?
5.
Standard rate we got here.
5 per unit. Yes.
So whatever the standard actual hour allowed for the actual hour. Yeah, just check. Machine
Actual
hour
hours is
plan based
okay.
on actual output. Okay, that is the output. How much? That is 21,000. Clear? Any doubt?
No.
Get the 100,000. 21 into 5. How much? 105
Yeah.
minus 100,000. The difference is 5,000.
Yeah. 5,000.
That is favorable or unfavorable? Here,
It's unfavorable. It's favorable
favorable. Why favorable?
because
Most important.
our plan was to make 1 lakh, but we actually produced 1,05,000. So it's favorable.
Okay. Your
We
way of
produced more than we
answer is okay.
expected.
Okay. Your way of answer is correct. Okay. Discuss. That's not okay. That is not right also. Uh, we planned fixed overhead that is 100,000 means we expected to produce 110,000 units. Okay.
Yeah.
10,000. Let's discuss logic. We have a plan to produce 10,000 units. Okay. But
Mm.
plan how much? 100,000 units of $100,000 of fixed overhead, right? Yeah. So for 1,000 units, what is the fixed cost per unit? That is $10. Yes or
10.
no? $10. Okay. If we spread the cost from more, it means it's favorable to us because the cost is spread more. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why we are happy. Our cost should be spread over. Yes.
So can you explain one more time this logic? I didn't get it actually.
Okay. Okay. One second. What's- mm, You plan 1,000 teams, okay,
Okay.
and you got $100,000 for how much?
10.
10. Okay. And you produced more units, like 1,200 units. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
More than 10,000 units, you produce 10,000, 10. Okay, 10,000, 12,000 units. Okay, 12,000 units. Okay. When you produce
Okay.
12,000 units, so means your costs should be spread over or not.
Yeah.
When produce more than your expectation.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Then
Yes.
your cost will be spread over the मतलब कि next 2,000 extra production. Okay. Then you will be
Yes.
happy. Okay. So that's why 5,000 is favorable too. Clear?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next question. Before that, we'll see the answer. That is 1.4 million. That is we got $5. Okay. And here is the applied fixed overhead 105. Standard allow for the machine hour for actual output, that is 21. Then we got the 5,000 potential value. Clear? Next question. Okay, what is the production volume variances? Production volume variances formula like minus. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Planned and budgeted. Let's start question. Last year realization क्या budgeted 600,000. Okay. Okay. And 600 based on the activity level of machine up. Okay. In this way, they discuss the machine up depends on the machine up. Okay. So applied here is the dimension of applied. No. Okay. So need to apply that is standard rate into standard hour for actual output. Yes or no?
Yes.
So standard rate how you can find? Standard rate budgeted minus budgeted hour. Then we can find
Yeah.
budgeted dollar and budgeted hour. We subtract then we'll do the dollar amount for you. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So there is the 600,000 divided by 40,000, right? So it is
Yes.
15, right?
Yeah.
So standard rate is 15. Clear? And what about standard hour for actual output? It is the now it's trying to find the actual output. Here, 35,000 bottles of first came were produced and 36,000 bottles were sold. So what is the actual output? Which amount? This 35,000 or 36,000? Which one?
Oh,
300,000 bottles or 350,000 bottles? Which one? We take as our
350,000.
why?
Because this was produced, no?
Yes, because of the production result. This is our actual output. Okay.
Yes.
So there is take 35,000 units. But we did not take this directly units because it's the standard hour. So for the standard hour, 35,000, there is a standard hour applied 0.01 standard machine hour for each a bottle. So there is multiplied with one. How much time to take to complete the 3,500 bottles? Okay. So
Yeah.
15 into this will take 35,000 hours, right?
Yeah.
Minus 600,000. Clear?
Clear.
Okay. So 15 into 35,000, how much? Then tell me.
25,000.
Five. What's the difference? 25,000, I think.
Yes, 75,000.
So is favorable or unfavorable?
This one will be budgeted and unfavorable.
Unfavorable. Because we spray less than expected. So it's a burden to us. Yes or no? So we are
Yes.
unhappy. Okay? When we are unhappy,
Correct.
that's why it's unfavorable. Clear?
Clear.
If you are still confusing to choose favorable or unfavorable, so I just suggest you go through the last session, conceptual section, okay, on fixed overhead, which is
Okay.
already uploaded to our YouTube channel, okay. Budgeted fixed overhead that is 600,000, and we got the 50 per machine hour, okay, and standard hour will already take that is 35 machine hours. Got the applied fixed overhead is 525. And we got the 75 budgeted minus applied, that is 75,000 on floor. Clear?
Clear.
Okay. Next question. Kathy, what is the production volume variance? Formula? Line? Budget. Clear? Whenever you get the question, just write the formula. This is your
Okay.
first important line is to write the first. Okay. Clear?
Okay.
So then put the relevant factors. Okay. Let's discuss. A company budgeted $5, right? Fixed budget. So here just put budgeted 500,000. Clear?
Clear.
Then applied. Applied Is there anything related to directly applied? No. So we just write the standard rate into standard hour for actual output. Okay. So standard rate
Okay.
need to find second quarter based on the active level, 25 the machine hour, the standard production point machine, same last week part we solved. So 500,000 divided by 25 standard rate. How can you find? 500,000 divided by
Divided by 25.
25. So what is the answer? 20? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
What is the standard hour? Okay. The standard production time is 0.5, right? 0.5 machine hour per unit. So here 55,000 units produced. I think you have no doubt because we are a production bullet. So you need to take the production produce value. Okay. So 55,000. So how can we find the standard hour? 55,000 multiplied with
Point
0.5.
point
So it will take 27,500.
27,500.
Yes or no?
Yes.
So it will take 7,500 or C minus 500,000. Okay.
So this will
let's
come to
multiply
5,50,000.
550,000 and minus 500,000. So 50,000, I think the difference.
Yeah.
So this is unfavorable.
This will be favorable.
Because we spread the cost more than the expectation. Okay, we expected budgeted 500,000, but we spread this cost as 50,000. That's why
Yeah.
it's favorable. We are happy. Okay,
Yeah. Correct.
answer A. Present budgeted 500, standard rate we got 20, and the standard 5 and 55,000 produced. Take the 20 standard out of the 25, 500. Then in particular, we find that applied heat over 55,50. Then we take as the Favourable variance because we spread more. Next, clear?
Clear.
Okay. It's our last question. Okay.
So
As
this
an
production
instruction, sure, you can read the question.
as an incorporation budget and applies production overhead cost on the basis of direct labor hours. The following information is available, but the question is
Yeah.
asking for fixed overhead production volume variance. So first we're gonna write the formula first.
Yeah.
Applied minus budgeted.
Yeah.
And so our budgeted is already given, which is 6,30,000.
Yeah.
So we need to find the applied one. So to find out, we need to multiply per direct laborer per unit into production, budgeted production, which is 5,000 into 6. It will come to 30,000.
Applied for is the standard rate into standard hour for
Yeah,
actual
standard
output.
rate into standard. Yeah.
So here's the standard rate. How can you find the standard rate?
So to find a standard rate, we need to multiply 5,000 with 6.
5,000. This is the standard. Yes. This is the budgeted production rate, and this is the
Yeah.
standard labor hour direct labor. So we need to find the
Then we
total
need
direct labor
to
hour.
divide it with
So this is
6
the
lakh 30.
that is 30,000 multiplied with both 5,000 into 6. That is 30,000 hours. And here is the budgeted is fixed over is 630. So what is the answer? Standard rate 21.
Divided by 21 years.
Okay. Standard of
So
our
we
actual
got our
output.
standard rate. This one will be
If we are buying standard direct labor hour allowed for actual output,
okay, 36.
36,000. Okay.
This comes to 7,56,000.
6,000 minus 630. then you get
which is 1,26,000.
favorable.
Yes,
I
favorable.
think I am clear after solving all the MCQs before, right? Directly
Yeah.
put the favorable. Okay, because you know already, if we are spread more, then it's favorable to us. We are happy.
Yeah,
Clear?
correct. Clear.
Okay. Just try. Is there any other questions? No. Now, chambers. So, is 30,000 into discount, 21 standard rate. Then we apply that is 76. Right, minus P, budgeting that way. 126. Clear?
Clear.
Okay. Now it's your turn. I am giving you some question. Just one question for you. Solve this and comment it on my chat. Okay. This is for you. Take the screenshot and solve the question and put it in my comments.